Hey everyone, I know you're probably running around crazy for holiday shopping right now and getting ready for the new year, so I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and spend a few minutes with us going over some of the things that we've done with LawTrak over the past month. With these videos, we hope to take a few minutes of your time and engage with you to provide transparency on a regular schedule about what we're doing and what we're up to. We want to build a great product by thoughtfully incorporating our users' feedback. So by engaging with you, we get more information back, and that helps build a better product. We also want to shine a light on some of the new features that may be on the horizon with LawTrak and get your feedback on that. Lastly, but most importantly, we want to remind you that we very much appreciate you being part of this exciting next step. I know a lot of you have been LawTrak customers for many, many years, and we want to continue and build that relationship into the future. Now, without further ado, let's see what we've been doing this month. Much of what we did over the past few weeks centered on the uniform traffic ticket. If you recall, some of the things that we did last month around the admin will help us with the traffic ticket. If you were to click on admin, and then from here, if you wanted to set up some of the things within the ticket, you would go to settings, and then that would bring you to your agency setup. Click there, and then if you recall, the bottom two boxes are where you would put information that you wanted to appear at the bottom of the violator's traffic ticket. You could also go in through the court setup and set up anything through the court. So that's some of what we've worked on last month that will help us with the uniform traffic tickets for this month. Let's click on the back button, and then let's go to the traffic code setup. That's new for this month also. This is the area where we would bring in all of your traffic codes. So we would pull those in from your existing database, and those would show here. You can very easily add a traffic code if you wanted to by just clicking on the plus add button. That would bring you to your traffic code, your descriptions. You would fill all of that in, and then if you wanted to, just click add, and that would be available for the officers to use. We're just going to cancel out of this and then go back so we can take a look at some of the traffic citation. Let's go back up to the menu, and I just wanted to remind you some of the things in the menu here. Under application settings, I did the last video in a dark theme. This time I'm going to do it in the light theme just so that you can see the difference between the two, but that's where you would change that there. And then don't forget about the about section. That's where you can give us feedback. Again, I can't stress that enough. Your feedback is what makes it a better product. Okay, so let's go and click on the police module. From there, we're going to click on data entry. Remember, we kind of geared this towards the officer in the car with the laptop and maybe the touch screen, so we made the buttons really big for them to use. So let's click on the uniform traffic ticket, and in the future, we can get to this in many different ways. We can maybe start this when you scan in a driver's license or a registration with your in-car scanner, or we can start this from an NCIC query, maybe right click and say use an e-ticket once you run the violator. So there's a couple different ways that we can do this. For now, we're just going to click on the add ticket, and that's going to bring up a ticket number for you, and then we're just going to click on OK. Again, this is just the beginning of the ticket, and we've been laying it out and getting feedback from people. So it's been really helpful for us as we pull this together. So that's going to bring up a new traffic ticket for you. Right now, the easiest way to pull in a user is by doing a search of a user. And then let me just put in one of the users that I have in my system here, Johnson. And we're going to click on this person, and we're going to kind of look to see if anything has changed in this person that we need to go in and edit right here and make a quick fix, or if this is all the information that we need for the ticket. One of the things that you will notice that is a little different is that we now can put a vehicle to a person. So that's something that wasn't in the old LawTrak. But as you can see here, all this information has already been filled out on Mr. Johnson. And if this is the person that you're looking for and saying, yep, this is the person that I have in front of me, you can click select, and that's going to auto-populate all of that information into the first part of your ticket for the violator, as you can see there. So the next thing is the incident. One of the things I wanted to show about this here is the GPS location, the mapping. I know it's something small on the ticket here, but this is an area of the program where we can really start to utilize the WTH mapping that many of you currently already use at the city and the county level. Their maps can do lots of great things and put information on the screen. So this is an area that we can pull in the maps. Currently, we're just using the Bing Maps here. So you would just pull up the map, put where your the incident was. That would pull in the information, and then if the incident happened at a different location, you could just drop a pin, and then that would bring in those coordinates. But again, that's part of the area that you're going to see really take a really good turn is with the mapping and pulling in some of that WTH ability. Okay, so everything else here, the incident, the road types, I'm sure you're used to that in the past where you would just put in the road type and that would auto-populate. I'm going to go down real quick here. The offenses, we're getting some feedback on this. Right now, we start you off with one offense. You can go in and you can pull the different offense from a list, or you can pull in the traffic code. But you could click on that. The issuing officer, we can have this auto-populate for the officer that's currently signed into the system. Your notes for the courts and for yourself here. Your citation date, we automatically format that. So if you're just wanting to go in and put that in there. When you're set with that and the offense details, you can click OK. Currently, we have you add another one here, although we give you another ticket number. I just want to show you really quick that we would add that. Let me just give this a quick citation and show you the feedback that we're getting with this. But right now we would have it within the same ticket. We're looking to move that back to kind of what you're currently used to actually do a duplicate ticket and then fill in another traffic offense there. But feel free to give us your feedback on that. Always looking for your feedback. The vehicle, here you can either enter it manually by clicking this and entering in the information, or if the vehicle that you had in the violator when you pulled it is the proper vehicle information, you can just click violator and that's automatically going to auto-populate that for you. You can fill in the rest of the information. As I said, this is some of this is still a work in progress and we're moving some things around. Court, you can put your courts in through your admin, like I showed you before, and then judges as well through the admin section. So all of that pulls in here. And then you can save your ticket. Right now, we don't have it that you can print it out, but we are still working on that. So that's a little bit of some of the things that we've been working on just the past few weeks. Next week and next month, we're moving on into the incident reports here, taking the biggest chunk, that being the incident report itself. So we look forward to working on that and showing you that for next month. In the meantime, we'd love it if you would give us your feedback on this. And all of you guys out there, I'm sure, have at one time or another spoken with Todd Johnson. Here's Todd's email address, and we would love it if you give him information, maybe give feedback on what you like, what you want to see in these next future releases, any ideas that you may have. Again, we hope you have a very merry and happy Christmas and a great new year. Please stay safe and try to have a very uneventful season. Thank you so much for taking the time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.